In this part 2 video, we are going to talk about the processes of the parotid duct, parotid gland and the blood supply, nerve supply and lymphatic drainage, parotid duct and clinical anatomy, right. So, very fast we should start. This is your parotid gland. You have certain processes for the parotid gland, it means the extensions. See, this is the facial process which extends along the parotid duct, and the pterygoid process which extends between the ramus of the mandible and the medial pterygoid, and the glenoid process means it is related to the temporomandibular joint, and the fourth one is post styloid, it means behind the styloid process. So, there are 4 extensions of the parotid gland, that is called process. And the blood supply, already I told you, arterial supplies from the branches of the external carotid, and the venous drainage drains the veins draining into both the internal jugular and external jugular, and the nerve supply of the parotid gland is very important since it has a secretomotor function. Secretion means it is parasympathetic. The parasympathetic starts from the inferior salivatory nucleus which is present in the brain stem. So, it starts from there, inferior salivatory nucleus, then it comes via the glossopharyngeal nerve, via the tympanic branch of the glossopharyngeal nerve. The tympanic branch forms a plexus around that is called tympanic plexus. From there it comes out as lesser petrosal nerve. Lesser petrosal joins with the aortic ganglion. From the aortic ganglion, the nerve fibers take a route via the auriculotemporal and enters into the parotid gland. This is how the secretion starts. This is given in the book, you please go and refer that. That is your parasympathetic, and the sympathetic fibers, they come from the postganglionic, that is, it means vasomotor function, that is always comes around the plexus from the nearby vessels. So, the sympathetic nerves, they form a plexus. Which sympathetic nerve? The sympathetic nerves are coming from the superior cervical ganglion. From where they get the relay? They are coming from the lateral horn of the gray horn from the spinal cord. From there they are coming, they come to the superior cervical ganglia. From there the nerve fibers comes and winds around the plexus, they form a plexus around the middle meningeal artery. Then from there they are coming around the via this nerve and enters into the fibers, okay, gland, parotid gland. So, this is your sympathetic, okay, sympathetic vasomotor. And then next one is sensory. Sensory is always coming via the auriculotemporal nerve, and already I told you parotid fascia, the skin over the parotid gland, no, that is innervated by the great auricular nerve. Please do not forget that. Skin over the parotid, that is your sensory, skin over the parotid is supplied by the great auricular nerve. That is very important because all the syndromes we are going to talk about this nerve only. And then next is your lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage, parotid nodes, they go to the upper deep cervical group of nodes, finished. And then we are going to talk about the duct. There is a duct by the name parotid duct. This emerges out from through the anterior border and it pierces few structures over here. That is, one is buccal pad of fat, second is buccopharyngeal fascia, third is buccinator muscle. It pierces all the 3 and enters into the vestibule of the mouth. Vestibule of the mouth is between the teeth and the gums, that is vestibule. Vestibule of the mouth opposite to the upper second molar tooth, that is how you should write, opposite to the upper second molar tooth. This is how the parotid duct enters. So, the structures pierced by the parotid duct is frequently asked as a spotter, okay, a sub question for the spotter. The last one is clinical applications. You have the parotid abscess, that and all will be discussed in the PowerPoint. Parotid abscess, why the parotid abscess or mumps? Mumps is the viral infection of the parotid gland. Why it is painful? Because the parotid gland is tightly ensheathed or covered by the parotid fascia, and it is also supplied by the great auricular nerve. So, whenever the gland is swollen, that the fibers, nerve fibers are there. So, it will be having severe, you will be having severe pain. And then next one is parotidectomy. When you do the parotidectomy, parotid removal, you have to be careful with the facial nerve present inside it. Sometimes when you do the parotidectomy, you have to preserve the facial nerve, unless what happens, there is a syndrome by the name Fraze syndrome occurs, because when the nerve is getting regenerated, that auriculotemporal nerve is the secretomotor supply of the parotid gland. So, when there is any injury of the nerve, when it gets regenerated, it goes and joins with the great auricular nerve. So, what happens whenever you feel like eating, salivation occurs. During the same time, in the skin over the parotid gland also sweating starts, because that is a property of great auricular nerve. This is how whenever you feel like eating, salivation also occurs, at the same time you sweat over the skin over the parotid gland. This syndrome is called as Frey syndrome. So, this Frey syndrome you are supposed to write in your clinical application. So, that is all about the parotid gland. So, parotid abscess, parotid calculus, all these are clinical applications. So, now we will move on to the spotters. Spotter 1, okay, we have done with the parotid gland. So, parotid spotter 1, identify the specimen, give it secretomotor pathway, only secretomotor. I did not ask about the sympathetic or sensory, I just asked about only the secretomotor. So, the student should start writing from the inferior salivatory nucleus, glossopharyngeal nerve, tympanic branch, tympanic plexus, auriculotemporal nerve, lesser petrosal nerve and aortic ganglion. From there auriculotemporal enters into the parotid. This is the parasympathetic. Second, identify this structure and name the structures pierced by the structure. Okay, this one, second question. Or where does it open? Second. And then these two are the important questions, and for the discussion we will be asking about everything. Mainly the mark distribution goes to the student should show the 4 important surface. One is the superficial surface, second is the superior surface or base, and this is the apex, and then anteromedial surface. Student should show like that only, anteromedial surface and the posteromedial surface. So, these are the surfaces you are supposed to show. Only border you can show is anterior border, because the posterior border and the pharyngeal border you cannot show. Okay. So, this are about the parotid gland. So, you should give importance to the structures present inside the parotid gland and the surfaces of the parotid gland. If you know thoroughly the surfaces of the parotid gland, you will get the complete marks in the gross viva exam as well and in the theory as well. So, the relations, if you see the structures clearly, you can understand. So, on the top, external extremities and the temporomandibular joint with the 2 important, one artery and one nerve I showed, and then this is the apex, this is the base. The apex I showed, this is related to the posterior belly of digastric and the carotid triangle here 2, and then I have nicely showed you the anteromedial surface, and it is related to which muscle I showed, and the parotid gland lies on which muscle also I showed, masseter. So, you can even roll the parotid duct when you clinches your teeth and making this one contracted, and you can feel the parotid duct. And then next one, posteromedially, what are the relations I showed? Posterior medially you have the mastoid process and the styloid process, and then do not forget to write about the stylomandibular ligament which divides these two, and what are the structures present inside the parotid gland, you should not forget. And the posteromedial is pierced by the external carotid artery and the facial nerve, you should not forget. And these are all the important features about the parotid gland. If you have any doubts, please do ask us in the comment section. Thank you.